being called in, and they're off. They are racing away for the Trustmarque Ultima Handicap Chase over 3 miles and a furlong with those 22 fences to take, and Quebecois is one of the first ones to show. Goes up there early on together with Confusion and blazed away handy in the centre, all safely to the other side of first fence there with Quebecois leading. For now, Resplendent Grey goes more prominent towards the outside as they all safely negotiate fence number 2. So begin to swing out into the country with a couple of circuits to go, and it's Quebecois who shows in front from Resplendent Grey and Confusion. Then towards the outside is Margaret's Legacy in the light blue and green, tracked by Highland and then Mayertown and Johnnywho from Blazed Away and Leave of Absence. And as they jump over this fence going on the side of the course, they're followed around the bend by Iroko with that distinguishing white cap. Philandra's a little wider, then the Short Go and Knight of Elen and Imperial St. Maur towards the inside, and Blow Your Wad races in midfield. Further back to Stolen Silver and the Doyen Chief and Ide as they come to take the first over on the back line. And Ide made a mistake going out over that fence. Still towards the back of the field in the very early stages. Search for Glory is second to last, and looks like Padda Merchant was just about last of all over that previous fence as now they handle the water. Back with the leaders then, Quebecois disputing it with Margaret's Legacy, and between the pair of them in the yellow, Confusion. Then Resplendent Grey and last year's winner Mayertown as they raced out over the open ditch there over on the back straight. That was fence at number 6. Now to another plain one, Quebecois and Margaret's Legacy. Resplendent Grey and Handstands and Confusion are the leading 5. Philanderer made a small mistake over that plain obstacle. Tracking closer on the inside now is Johnnywho with a quarter cap. Just in front of him is Iroko with a white cap. The inside run for Imperial Saint in the gold silks, and then Blazed Away and the Short Goes. Now they face up to another open ditch, fence number 8. A bad mistake there would it be from Jagwar. He hit that one pretty hard, did Jagwar, and he's right towards the rear of the field as they complete the opening mile of the contest. Quebecois then on the downhill run for the first time. Leading by a length over Margaret's Legacy is racing in second. Resplendent Grey in third. Then Confusion and Highland in front of Mayertown from Handstands. Iroko is behind him. And then came Johnnywho and Imperial Saint. And Search for Glory's wider out from Blazed Away. And then Padda Merchant. In behind him is the Short Go for Knight of Elen and Blow Your Wad and the Doyen Chief. And then came Ide. Leave of Absence was the one who blundered going out over that fence as they went down the side of the course. That was fence at number 10. So about to race back towards home with still over a lap to go in the Trustmarque Ultima Handicap Chase, and it's Quebecois who's always been to the fore, leading from Margaret's Legacy in second place, and then Resplendent Grey and Highland and Confusion from Handstands. Iroko is tracking them into the home run, and then came Imperial Saint and Mayertown. Behind those, Knight of Elen to the inside of Blazed Away. Search for Glory to the outside of that run, and Knight of Elen made a bad mistake on the landing side and not too much time to recover as they quickly take now the next one, which will be the last in another circuit's time. So coming up by us, it is Quebecois who continues to lead the way. From Margaret's Legacy in second place, we're back in third, Confusion. Resplendent Grey is in fourth, and then Highland in fifth, and Handstands follows him, followed by Philandra, Search for Glory and Iroko. Then Mayertown, Johnnywho Blazed Away, and then towards the inside came the Doyen Chief. Padda Merchant made quite a bad mistake over that towards the rear of the field and looks like pulling up. So Padda Merchant is out of the race. Stolen Silver has also lost ground as they head down the far side, and on they go towards fence number 14. And as they do, Quebecois and Margaret's Legacy sharing it from Resplendent Grey and Handstands. Philandra Confusion has gone there and very badly impeded Imperial Saint as he came down. He remains in the race. Knight of Elen is driven along. Stolen Silver last of those who remain. Now to an open over the water jump, having taken that previous open ditch. And the field now beginning to get a little more strung out. And it's Quebecois from Margaret's Legacy, Resplendent Grey and Handstands. And then a Highland Philanderer is tracking these as they take the next one over on the far side. A little bit wider out then came Search for Glory, and the Short Go Blazed Away is still in there pitching just in behind the Principals as they race now towards another plain fence over the 17th. And that was a bad mistake there from Philandra. He hit that one pretty hard. Now they begin to climb over on the far side. Quebecois from in second, Margaret's Legacy. Then the Highland to the inside of Resplendent Grey and the Doyen Chief. from Town and Johnnywho, then Handstands and Search for Glory. In front then of the Short Go, then Blazed Away, followed next by Jagwar, who's always been towards the rear of the field. He's in company with Leave of Absence, and then Philandra Blow Your Wad is trying to make some ground, and they're about to turn then to make that downhill run on the approach towards what'll be 3 out. Quebecois still leads the way from Margaret's Legacy and Highland, then Resplendent Grey and Search for Glory to the outside of the Doyen-Chief. Town just in behind the Principals with Johnnywho, Blazed Away to the outer in the 2 shades of blue. Then the Short Go and Blow Your Wad trying to move up into it. Iroko's been ridden along for more. He's not really picking up at the moment. That was 3 out, and Margaret's Legacy made a bad mistake as Quebecois leads. Highland, though, is on his case in second. Search for Glory back in third. Philandra looks like pulling up. Handstands has now dropped right out as well. So racing towards 2 out on the spin for home. Quebecois leading from Highland, Blazed Away. Here comes Search for Glory on the outside in maroon and white under James Smith. Then came Johnnywho, who's now latched onto the Principals, followed then by Jagwar, who's come from a good way back. 2 from the end. Quebecois will land in front from Highland, Search for Glory, and the battling Johnnywho, followed then by Jagwar and Blow Your Wad. Here's the final fence. Quebecois landed in front. Search for Glory makes a terrible mistake, and he's unseated rider. Johnnywho is now chasing Quebecois. Jagwar is storming home on the outside, so too Blow Your Wad. It's Johnnywho who's hit the front from in second Quebecois, and as they hit the line, it's going to be Johnnywho to win the Ultima.
Rightly, you want to remember this day with lovely photographs. How are you feeling, Jonjo? You must feel very proud to stand next to your son, the first winner at the festival here.
Sure. That's what the game's all about, isn't it, really? He keeps telling me he's done a good job, so I have to believe him now, don't I?
And you, of course, know what he must be feeling right now. What would you say is going through his head?
This Cheltenham is magic. I mean, to get a winner at Cheltenham, everybody wants a winner at Cheltenham. You know, it's just a glorious place. And look at the crowd, look at the theatre. It is like, it's fantastic, you know. And to get a horse good enough to come here and everything to go right for you. There's a lot of things can go wrong, but when it goes right, it's magic, and you got to enjoy it, you know. Too many bad days.
And AJ, does it feel real right now?
Yeah, it's just unbelievable feeling. Just, as Dad said, very, very lucky to have a horse that's good enough to be here, and to get one that's a winner is just an unbelievable feeling. So obviously massive thank you to the McManus family for all of the support they have given us, and great to be here with them and enjoying it, and to Richie, who's given him a great ride, and great to see us all in the winners' enclosure.
You mentioned Richie, you were saying he's known you all your life, pretty much. And honestly, you could see how much it felt to him to be back in the winners' enclosure, but also to ride your first winner here at the festival.
Yeah, as you say, I've only done it once, but I already want to come back. So I'm not surprised that Richie was very glad to be back. So yeah, it's the place you want to be for National Hunt Racing and winners, and it's just an absolute honour to be here.
And a word about Richie. He was saying it's since 2014 in Holywell was the last time he was in the winners' enclosure, and he was starting to think he was never going to be back here. The last time you were here was with Sky Pirate in 2021. It's so tough, isn't it?
You better believe it. You better believe it, yeah. Yeah, and you've got to have a lot of luck. You can be on the best horse and everything, and then get brought down, or whatever the case may be. To get a winner is just very special, you know, and Richie has been a great asset to the yard all his life, really, and he couldn't happen to a better fella.
Yeah. It was great to see him celebrating coming in. And Johnnywho himself, a frustrating horse, and he's finally got his. I felt like he should have won the Kimure last year, and I just felt like we had that all along. And you feel you got him right now?
Yeah, he's threatened to land a big one a couple of times. Yeah. Great to do it at Cheltenham, and as you say, he was very close in the Kimure, and great to be able to go one closer this time.
He was a bit unlucky last year. He pulled the shoe off going into the last, and there's not a lot you can do about that, and he nearly got back up. But you know, he's been a great little horse, and it's been a bit disappointing early on this year, really. But spring weather comes good, and they all come good, don't they?
And do you think it can be 3 in the row now for JP McManus on his 75th birthday?
Well, I'm sure he'll be very happy with 2 already, but if he gets more, he'd be thrilled, I would imagine.
I think this one's quite important, Jonjo.
Yeah.
Right, I'll let you. I'm not going to stand between you and watching this race back again. Go and do the full celebration. Well done. I hope to see you in particular in here many times again in future.
Please God, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Richie McManus has just recorded his 4th festival success, his 3rd in this race, the Ultima, on board Johnnywho. And from the look on his face as he came into the winners' enclosure, and to be fair, the look on his face still now, I'd say you enjoyed that.
I did, yeah. It's a long time since Holywell won, so you know when you get these winners, they're special and they're hard to get. I was quite young when I won them, but you forget how hard they are to get, and when you get them, you appreciate them.
And you won them kind of bang, bang, bang in a row, didn't you? Alfie Sherin too with Holywell.
2012, 2013, 2014, and it feels like a lifetime ago. So you come back here every year hoping, but you know I've only got 1 bullet to fire this week, and luckily we hit the target. So no, I'm delighted.
And does it sort of start creeping into your mind? Is this ever going to happen to me again?
Yeah, it is. Like, to be fair, Jonjo, he rides them all the time. The team at home, they've done a super job. I was just lucky to get on him today. Jonjo had a Rocco, so you know, it was just lucky the McManus team put me on him, so I'm thrilled with the O'Neill, for the O'Neills as well, like long-time supporters of me, so no, absolutely thrilled.
Well, JP and the O'Neills, and you've been very loyal to them as well and worked very hard for them.
It's paid dividends.
It has, right. This race, talk me through it.
Yeah, he was quite calm going to the start. I said to Ben, I said, when he was leading up, I said, I hope he picks up a bit in the race. Jumped and travelled well. His jumping was very good. Ground was dry enough, I thought. Took him a little while to warm up, but to be fair, we went a nice gallop, and he was very unlucky here last year. I think the race just panned out too well in front of him. Kind of got there, missed the last a little bit, whereas today I had something to aim at the last, and it just helped him. So.
Yeah, I felt he should have won the Cymru last year, didn't he?
It's hard to know.
Yeah.
He didn't anyway. So, well, look, I watched the replay of it last night. I just had something to aim at today, so no, I was very pleased.
And I thought he just made the one error, just saw him down, peck a little bit.
The third last, yeah, he was just a bit slow at it. But to be fair, he was economic. He's not the biggest horse in the world, but he was economical enough now. So, you know, it was a big runner field. He was in the middle of them, and you know, he was fairly streetwise. The cheap pieces helped. The wind up he had and the tongue trap, they seemed to help as well. But no, I'm thrilled. Everyone's hard work has paid dividend.
Tell me what was going through your mind as you crossed the line.
I was ecstatic. As I said, like they're not easy to come by, and when you get them, you appreciate them. So, you know, this is the place we want to ride winners at. And as I said, like I'd only 1 bullet to fire, so I had to make it count.
And you have, yeah. and a sweet one as well for AJ as well now.
Yeah, and like he's putting in a fierce amount of work, and you know it's great. The owners are trusting with the good horses, and he's committed to it, and he's getting the results. So no, it's super. I've known AJ pretty much all his life. Like I've been with him nearly 20 years. So you know, it's super, and it's a privilege to ride his first winner here. He has had a normal winner, but at the festival, no, it's super.
It's a lovely, lovely story. And you've also another birthday present for JP McManus as well.
No, hopefully no, it's not the first or the last one of the week. So Mark was brilliant in the last race, and you know, I'm just glad I could offer a bit of help as well.
Well, I'm sure you're going to be watching this again and again and again.
No, thank you very much.
Rightly so. Many congratulations, Richie.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.